Congratulations.
My name is Tomohiro Toyotomi. Actually, from today, I'm an average 28-year-old man named Tomohiro Washibetsu. And her name is Midori Washibetsu. Yes, I'll be taken in by her family today. She was the president's daughter of the company I work at. After the end of the year party, I had found her sleeping in my room. Take responsibility, she had said. That was how we met. It was my fault for thinking about liability, and here we are now.
It was a good wedding. Let's go.
Whoa, don't pull my arm like that. After the ceremony ended and we greeted everyone, we headed home. I was used to her aggressiveness and stubbornness, so I'll be fine. I was thinking that as I sat in the car on the way home. At a red light, something caught my eye. Someone's unconscious?
It's probably a homeless person. Let's go home and spend our first night together.
No, but I know it's almost spring, but would you lie down on a bench like this?
I don't know. Who cares about other people?
The light will turn green soon. I let my thoughts turn frantically. Am I really okay with this? Bossed around by Midori, always being on the safe side. Am I okay living like that? What if that person is really not feeling well? Am I gonna let someone die in front of me again? Gah! Don't think about it, me!
Wait! Tomohiro, where are you going?
I made a decision internally, parked the car, and started running. I'm sorry, I can't let it go.
Huh?
If it's nothing, I'll just apologize to Midori, that's all. Yes, that should have been all. Are you okay? The situation was far worse than I had imagined. Raspy breath, forehead glistering with sweat, holding her stomach in pain. It was immediately obvious that the woman on the bench was not doing well.
My stomach.
Stay calm. I'll take you to the hospital right now. I carried the woman and opened my mouth to ask for the door to be opened. But...
Hey, are you letting her in this car? You're kidding, right? Just leave it.
No, that's not okay. Even if it's a stranger, I'm sure she'll feel better if someone's by her side.
Stop messing around. It's divorce if you're going to prioritize someone over the president's daughter. You're fired. Are you okay with that?
Midori said all that impatiently, but those were terrible things to say. Of course, I don't want to live if it means I forget how to have a heart. Without thinking, my voice was raised, but I didn't intend to take it back.
I'm okay. Think.
The smile she put on for me crumbled in pain. In the end, I knew things wouldn't be resolved and called an ambulance. After that, a huge fight with Midori.
Apologize for choosing that homeless woman over me.
What do you mean apologize?
On our first married night. I'm going to print the divorce papers, so sign them and get out. You're fired too.
So, we were married for less than a day. What should I do now? I was divorced, kicked out of our house, and had lost my job. I was eventually gonna run the company with Midori, so I had just become a board member. It was easy for them to fire me. The new house was prepared by Midori's family, so it was under her name. I had no claims to it after being kicked out. To tell the truth, I had to put up a front and paid for half of the grand wedding ceremony and honeymoon, so I had no money left. Why does this happen to me? I have to find a place to sleep tonight. Brr, it's cold, but I'm glad it's not midwinter. In the end, I returned to the bench and lay down with my jacket as a blanket. A few days after the wedding, to think I'd be lying down on a bench at night. I stayed at a cheap hotel and immediately started job hunting. But the money in my wallet was quickly dwindling. Can I find a job like this?
Oh? What are you doing? You'll catch a cold if you sleep there. Aren't you gonna go home? Are you drunk?
Someone spoke to me. Someone around mid-20s. What? I'm camping. I don't have a home.
Oh my, you're homeless? You don't look like you are. Give me a sec.
She ran off somewhere and came back.
Here, warm coffee. Warm yourself up first. You must be cold, right?
What? I feel bad, and I'm trying to sleep, so the caffeine.
Shut up. I'm feeling good today. Plus, I don't want you to fall asleep yet.
Huh? Then, she told me to follow her, and we came to a room in an apartment-like building.
Sleep here tonight. I'm sure it's better than outside. It's one of our employee dorm rooms.
What? But you don't even know me.
I told you. I'm feeling good today. I'll help you out. We'll talk tomorrow. Good night.
With that, she left. I didn't even know her name yet. The next morning, I was taken to an empty 3-story office building.
Sorry to bring you here. This is the office my father used to run.
Oh, used to run. So that means...
As you can see, well, let's just say some people are all talk. No, that doesn't matter. The building and assets were saved, and at the end of last year, he was able to go bankrupt. So this is just here. But my father suddenly became weaker these past months, you know?
We went into a room labeled President, and she sat down in a chair before introducing herself.
Oh, this is overdue. But my name is Chitose Nimuro. And you are?
Tomohiro Toyotomi. I forgot to say this. Thank you for last night.
It's nothing. So, what was a homeless person like you doing there? Can you tell me about your situation? I see. You helped out a homeless person and became homeless yourself.
Chitose seemed to accept my explanation of my situation. Why am I telling all of this to a woman I just met? I must have been itching to complain to someone, and strangely, I was able to talk to her.
If that's your deal, then I'll let you stay in that room for a while. I'll show you some jobs too.
What? But you just met me last night! You trust someone that easily? Also, I'm a guy. You didn't think it would be dangerous to bring me to a place like this with no one around?
It's all good. If anything happens, I have this ready.
Yikes! Chitose brought out a crowbar-like object that was hidden by the desk. Terrifying. For me, this was a serendipitous encounter. I decided to accept her offer gratefully. What? You're gonna start a company? I listened to her plan and shouted in surprise.
Shh! This is a hospital, so be quiet. Actually, I've been thinking for a little bit. My father retired, but we have the office and the dorms. Also, I've been saving up, so I thought it's a good opportunity. I plan to ask my sister to join, so I hope she accepts.
My current self had no options. What was important was whether I survived tomorrow and the day after. By the way, why the hospital? Is your sister here?
Huh? Oh, I'm just guessing, but probably... Oh, it's here.
Chitose entered the hospital room cheerfully. I followed after her.
Oh, Nei-chan, I'm here. How are you? Of course I'm not okay. What?
Wait, from the other day? It was the homeless woman that I had called an ambulance for.
Thank you. For the other day, you saved me.
The one bowing her head was Asari Nemuro, Chitose's older sister.
I knew it. I thought your guys' stories lined up, so I figured.
Apparently, Chitose had been aware, and she was watching us warmly. She looked happy.
Let me thank you too. Thank you for saving my sister.
Oh, I'm blushing. I heard afterward, but Asari was married and living in her husband's house. Originally, she was working as a manager in their father's company, but the company went bankrupt and she went to live there. But Asari couldn't stand the oppressive environment and ran away without any money. She had walked for several days to get here. But as soon as she reached her hometown, she got acute appendicitis. She was being taken down by her appendix, and I had saved her. Yesterday, Chitose was notified, and she had found me on the way home from the hospital. That was the story. By the way, that ex-husband was the one that destroyed Chitose's parents' company.
If it were me, I would have done it this way. Why can't they do something so simple?
His words were meaningless and condescending after the fact.
The people below me can just do what I say because they're dumber than me.
The wolf in sheep's clothing was undressed when he got married. As a result, the best employees left first, and the clients were angry. Finally, the company was ruined.
What? You got divorced?
A week later, Asari was discharged, and she hired a lawyer to mediate her divorce. She asked me why I was living in the employee dorms that no one used.
It's my fault. How can I repay you?
No, I don't regret it. Actually, I'm sorry. I thought about just leaving you there.
But you came back, right? That's all that matters. You saved me. Thank you.
I'm glad you say that. I was able to save someone this time. I'm glad. Asari's face seemed slightly confused at my statement. I might have let too much slip.
Okay, stop flirting with each other and look at me.
I turned toward the voice. Chitose grinned with a whiteboard next to her, and she looked proud.
Okay, I will announce our business plan. It's gonna be rental offices.
Rental offices?
Yeah, we're gonna use partitions, and it'll be for independent business owners. We're going to be the managers. We're paying property taxes, but it's too spacious to be used as an office.
I see. It's for people who want an office address, but it's for themselves, so they don't want to rent. I acted like I was thinking. I guess there's less risk if you divide out rather than just renting out to one company. I think it'll be tough to manage, but it's a good idea. We're using something that's available to use.
I'm in. I think it's a good idea. This place isn't far from the station, too. Thanks, you two. But that's not all. This place is 3 stories.
She started writing out her plan on the whiteboard.
I think this is it. The second floor is rental offices. The first floor will be rented out to a restaurant. That way, the second floor customers will eat downstairs, right? It's a symbiotic effect. Oh, I see. And the third floor that says us. Manager's office? Nope. I'm mad that that moron roomed our company, so once we can, let's do something.
We were hired by Chitose and became busy. Even if it was because I helped Asari, the two of them really were treating me well.
Tomohiro, carry this. We need a man's hands.
Okay, gotcha. Before long, we had no walls up with each other, and I was living a fulfilled life. Red light, commotion, a scream. Me, standing in shock. I couldn't speak. I could only just stand there. I wanted to forget. I had forgotten. Or so I thought. But I was remembering it now. That was a cruel dream. A year later, the rental office spaces were all full. Chitose had been right.
When we reached out for tenants, several places applied. I'm glad.
When construction was finished, we reached out for tenants for the first floor. I'm sure they'll be going in steadily.
Considering our initial investment, we're still in the red. But at this rate, we'll get it back soon enough.
Every day was quite busy, but we were finally on an upward trajectory.
Did you decide what the 3 of us are gonna do? It's taking a long time.
Chitose asked me. It was up to me what would be done with the third floor space. Yeah, sorry.
For some reason, you aren't decisive when it's necessary. You don't like to go forward and decide things, even though you can do your job well. Why?
Sorry.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not blaming you. I just wanted to know. Try saying something without thinking of consequences. The 3 of us are going to decide if we really do it.
That's right. If Chitose decides, it'll be decided. That's why she was trying to get me to suggest something. I'm ashamed, but
It's okay. I know you'll come up with something good.
They both had kind faces, but in the end, I was just afraid of making decisions.
Come on, Tomohiro. Let's watch that. 15 minutes of showtime, hurry!
Whoa, you're pulling! Once things are settled, rental management becomes less work. Honestly, you could say it's easy. Today, Asari was in charge of phones, and Chitose and I were out. According to her, this was a date. Oh yeah, her divorce was official now. She didn't get much alimony, but she said she got rid of a demon.
Hey Tomohiro, this or this? Which one is better?
After the movie, we went around some shops. We were choosing her spring wardrobe at a boutique. I think both are good. You should choose what you like.
That's not it. I'm asking which one you like. Which is your taste? You gotta choose one. Jeez.
We left the shop and Chitose sighed deeply. I might have turned her off completely. Sorry.
If you really are, then be better. You helped my sister of your own free will, right?
She's done with me. Spineless. I'm so spineless.
It's pointless trying to get him to make a decision.
I heard a familiar voice and turned around. A familiar face. Midori Washibetsu was there. I didn't recognize the man next to her, but it's probably her boyfriend or something. He had a condescending, nasty expression on his face. Midori.
He's always been indecisive. He just leans on people and follows them. I married him because he would listen to anything and was easy to use, but he betrayed me.
She calls helping others betrayal? It seems like she hasn't changed since last year. On the other hand, Chitose looked pale as she looked at the man.
Hey, Chitose! Long time! How's Asari?
Nissan?
What? So this was Asari's ex-husband.
This woman. I see. What a coincidence. How do you two know each other? Oh, are you curious? Dying to know? Actually, I got engaged to this lovely man yesterday.
That's right! We were gonna go look at engagement rings together.
He's much better and more trustworthy than Tomohiro. Men should be decisive and trustworthy.
Midori says this condescendingly. They're two peas, grinning at each other.
He's going to be replacing you as a board member. I'm so glad we got someone better than Tomohiro. Blessings to you both. Oh yeah, I heard you're behind on your alimony payments. Pay up soon.
Heh, I'll pay it. I don't want to be involved with you lot anymore. This is Midori's ex-husband, right? Poor people get along well.
Yep, you're right. Fortunately, we're getting along well. Let's go, Tomohiro. I don't want to look at this trash anymore.
Chitose pulled me away.
Ugh, I'm pissed. I saw a face I didn't want to see.
We left the crowded area and sat on the park bench. Chitose was irritated.
You're okay with them saying that to you? They're saying you're easily manipulated.
Sorry.
Not sorry. There must be a reason. I can't believe you're just some indecisive guy because you saved my sister.
I'm scared. I finally said it, probably because it was Chitose. I was saying this.
Scared? Of course it takes courage for anyone to make a decision.
No, that's not it. When I was in high school, my parents were hit by a car in front of me.
An accident?
The driver was a college student with no license. He ran through a green light. I couldn't do anything. I might have been able to do something for my mom and dad, but I just stood there. Everyone tells me. They blame me. Why didn't you move? You could have saved your parents. I couldn't move. Like a doll without free will. Ever since then, I was like this. I became scared of making decisions for other people. I started to leave all decisions to other people. It must be trauma. I remember that day and I can't move.
I see. Sorry I made you remember. It's okay. Don't cry. It's okay.
I felt her warmth wrap around me. Am I crying?
Still, you saved my sister. You saved Asari Nemuro. You should be proud. You're allowed to be. You thought and you moved. You came back. so my sister was okay.
Thanks, Chitose. In that moment, strangely, I felt saved.
What? You saw him?
We returned to the office on the 3rd floor and told Asari what had happened. She was shocked, of course.
Yeah, for some reason he was with Tomohiro's ex-wife. They said they got engaged. What? Really? What a coincidence. Right? But for real, Tomohiro's ex-wife has got quite the bomb in her arms. For real. History repeats itself, as they say. Chitose, you won't tell? Of course not. What's gonna happen?
Oh, you guys, don't make that face. If what they had said so far was true, well, the outcome was foreseeable.
See, I knew it was gonna fail. I would have done it this way. You idiots! Why can't you just do what I say? You lack understanding. I was wrong too, but it's your fault.
The new board member slash ex-husband was really letting his talents shine. As for me, how about a secretarial work agency? When I talked to the business owners, they said it's hard to manage expenses. Also, we've done that kind of work on the managing side, right? I think it's a good fit.
I see. It's a good idea. Tomohiro-san, good work.
I felt like I could take a step forward thanks to them. A year later.
Bankruptcy?
It's not my fault. The employees couldn't keep up with my demands.
Midori's company lost its longtime employees, angered its clients, and deals were cut. Asari's ex-husband caused all kinds of problems, and the business couldn't stay afloat. No terrible employees, just a terrible board member. On the other hand, us?
Tomohiro? Where's the invoice for this feeling has gotta be love?
Oh, I just sent the data. I demand baguettes. Invoice is ready too. The 2nd floor business owners caused us to get more clients, and we were running out of hands. We'll be busier and busier. As for my love life,
2 divorcees. Let's get married. I think you'll be better off with me.
soon enough, I was being proposed to by the sisters. With or without my trauma, this was a difficult decision to make.